some coaching questions. Like, so anybody right now who has a business or in the transition or has a personal challenge or issue, and by the way, this is a all life program, so it's not just for business or entrepreneurship, it's for any area of life, financial literacy, health, family, friendships, relationship, whatever. If there's anybody who has a challenge that they could use, site from floor is open. So who's got the first question? Okay, I'm gonna come back here for a second. Some people don't want to ask the first question. Hey, let me let somebody else ask it. Listen, a Dream-A-holic is somebody who's completely dedicated to making their passions and dreams become a tangible reality. And it's something where if that's you, you don't allow fear of what other people may think to interfere. How many people could use help with something? Can I see by show of hands? Okay, so something that you need help with, let's deal with it right now. Okay, good. So I just saw the hands up. So I'll start with Draga, then I'll go to Steph. Go ahead, Draga. You are first.
Yes.
Let's give Draga a round of applause. Oh my God, yeah.
Actually, you know what I realized, because I have read a lot of books and tried to educate myself to be ahead of game and everything. It's very strange. I don't know if anybody, if it happens to other people, but it happens to me either when I have the problem to solve, or when I have, let's say, great success, I sell and should celebrate, you know, and go to gain more. Let's say I sold listing at great price or over asking, I freeze. I don't know why. I just, you know, I'm overwhelmed. Instead of say, okay, great, let's go, let's do postcards, let's send, let's call more people.
One second. So when you have a client and I guess, and they're the homeowner, and they're having an opportunity to sell their property for more money than they were expecting over ask.
Yes. And I helped them with that. We did it. Okay. And I'm success story. Okay. I freeze.
When you say you freeze, what do you mean?
I don't take action to make more, but I just become inactive. So maybe I'm afraid of that having more.
So, okay, so you just sort of went to my next question. So when the deal is done and it's done and it's done over ask, how are you feeling in that moment?
I feel fantastic.
Okay, like this, but yet you're not inspired to go and to go do another one. Like so when it comes to going to do another one, I guess, yes. How are you feeling about that?
No, I'm feeling good, but I don't take action. I think that I don't know why I procrastinate, why I don't go that path.
Okay.
It's very strange, isn't it?
Well, one second. Well, so what is it that you associate? Like the idea of going to do another one and another one. What is some of the thoughts that you have in your mind around doing another one that concern you?
I cannot explain. I just don't take enough action. Maybe I'm not organized.
No, I know you don't take action, but I'm trying to isolate the reason why. Like this. And so I'm trying to ask you, like, so if you don't mind me asking, like, what's the most amount of money you've ever made in a year?
In a year, 120, 100,000.
120, right. Obviously you make more money in a deal when they get over ask, yes?
Yes.
Because you're making a percentage.
Yes.
So when you're done, are you happy with the bigger paycheck?
Always.
Are you happy for your customer?
Yes.
Okay. So, but yeah, you still are hesitant to go get some more.
Yes.
Why?
No, I go, but it's not I feel that I have much bigger potential than I am using, because I cannot explain. I don't know to explain why.
Okay. The days when you're sitting there and you're like, man, I need to go get another deal. But you can't, but you're kind of like tight and you're not moving and you don't know why you're not, you know what I'm saying? Like what's actually happening? Like, how are you feeling in the moment?
Actually, now when you ask me this question, actually, you maybe has touched the behind that I never thought about, because I went in the last few years through a lot of personal challenges, and it is overtaking all my actions and activity, and it's always taking my excitement of everything. I'm happy, I'm excited, I did great job. I believe that I always come back to whatever I have to solve, like in my personal life, instead of saying, okay, this will be, I have to go this path. That is something taking away from me. I sometimes it's stressful, the whole transaction. I put so much effort and focus and everything, and maybe I'm exhausted at the end. I'm just, thank you for asking, because now it just came to me, this thought.
Okay. So what is the past stuff? And I want everybody, I know that Shanti just put something in the thing. Just everybody just focus on the conversation. We're going to get to the unloading in a second, okay? So just let's stay focused here. So because I'm not just talking to Draga, I'm talking to a lot of you on this call right now as I'm answering her question. So, okay, so you're saying, so the things in the past, so it was health issues that were getting in the way, or personal issues that were getting in the way?
Yes.
Which one? Or is it both?
Health issues.
Okay. And so were you, okay, so were you making money back then?
Yes, always. This was the best, but it's always 80, mostly 90,000, 95,000. It's really good money. I mean, it's not bad. The only bad thing is that I hope I learn here to spend less in a way that I always am looking. That's the reason I came here, because I want to be on your course and not to grab all the courses and spend money and, not having the results. I want to learn from you.
Got it. Okay, when I was in university, I used to have, and not just university, but even in high school, whenever there was, first I used to be very good at math. And then and then what ended up happening was, I never forget, there was a time when I got this trophy, and and then this kid took my trophy and smashed it on the ground. Internally, something happened, you know what I mean, like this, and I associated negative things to being smart and to doing math. And so, and then that idea sort of trickled into technical things, where and so when I was in school, whenever they would start going over technical concepts, I would start getting headaches. I would start feeling shortness of breath. I start feeling the need to go to the bathroom. I start feeling all these different things going on inside of me. You know what I mean? And what's actually happening is that pain and pleasure are the two motivating factors in life. We'll do everything we can do to escape pain and everything we can do to gain pleasure. And by the way, if you hear fireworks here tonight, it's Diwali. You know what I mean? So it's so there's all a bunch of fireworks happening in my neighborhood right now. So so pain and pleasure are the two motivating factors in life. Now, I would sit down when I was sitting down, and this is where I had to create the change. I was sitting down at a Joel Bauer event, and he's one of my mentors, and he was teaching us how to edit video so that we could create our online presence and And when I was sitting there, headaches, all these types of feelings started coming up, and I was like, wow, man. I had to have a talk. The parent, the mind, have to have a talk with the self, with the body, and say, Noel, sit up. Sit up. This is a conversation I'm having with myself in my head. Pay attention. You need this. Let's go. And I had to actually talk to myself the same way I would talk to a child that's misbehaving in church.
Yes, I understand. Maybe I need to talk to myself that way.
Sometimes you have to give an elbow, right?
Yes.
Behave.
This is excellent.
Right?
Yes.
And so, but when you catch yourself in it, because of the fact that you're associating more pain than pleasure with following through, it creates a block. And for some people, it's on sales. For some people, it's public speaking. For some people, it's talking about their emotional state. For some people, it's talking about, everybody's got different triggers. How many people on this call have a trigger of some kind that caused them to shut down? Yeah, let's be honest. And okay, I guess so everybody's got triggers. You know what I mean? That causes them to shut down. And so what has to happen is that we need to be able to influence the subconscious mind. Now, I'm not going to get into this in huge depth tonight because you're going to get it as you get into the material. But I guess, the question is, the part of the problem is the way that you perceive what's happening. So as much as you're happy for that customer, you know what I mean? And when it comes to you, there may, it could be associations of, well, you know, when things go well, my health fails. When things go well, I got issues with people around me. When things go well, like this, and that's just an association of pain. You know what I mean? Or what if I do it and it doesn't work out, but in the way that I want to work out? An association of pain. The key is, getting into it's to shift the way that you are looking at something. Now, when you help somebody sell a house over ask, you are helping that family get closer to creating intergenerational wealth.
Yes.
You're helping that family. Retirement has become a myth for most people in North America.
Yes.
Most people will never retire. They're going to have to work all the way to a senior, which is why we see seniors working at Walmart, taking instructions from people old enough to be their grandkids. Retirement's becoming a myth for the general population. You know what I mean? And so, people are working longer hours for less money. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so that's a reality. So I want you to sort of get out of the sales side of it and get onto the mission side of this. Jehovah Witnesses, and I'm not a Jehovah Witness, but a Jehovah Witness, you have to respect their tenacity. They're knocking on doors,
yes,
taking all types of abuse. Whoosh, you're not a real Christian. Whoosh, get off my property. Whoosh, no, I don't want a watchtower. You know what I mean? It's like they're getting, and some of them aren't even getting that. Some of them are just getting through the door, right? Like they're getting all types of stuff coming at them, but they will keep knocking on them doors. Why? Because they believe it's like, if I could just save one soul, it's worth it.
Yes.
It's worth it. So how many families can you save from financial ruin and get on the road to financial prosperity? That's the question, Draga.
That's the mission. That's the question.
Are you getting what I'm saying? Because it's not about you. Your money that you get is a token gesture of appreciation for your time. But whatever you're doing needs to be your mission, not your job or even your business. What we're doing here is not just a business thing for me.
No, Noel. You have touched
I'm following
the right thing.
I'm following calling. I'm mission driven, not money driven. When you're
I think that I found
when you're mission driven, the money comes.
Correct. And the other thing that it really reminded me, what is maybe deep inside, is when my father died. I was on skiing, and it was 8th of March, celebrating in that hotel with friends, and we were so much laughing and watching some TV songs that I was crying. I said, don't, it's too much happiness. And my father died the next day. So maybe this is very deep inside me. When I'm happy and something good happened,
something bad happened,
maybe I cannot relax and see joy in that.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Everybody says go celebrate, but I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, and this is something that's very important, Draga, that you're saying, and thank you for being vulnerable and being open and being honest. Part of what you're going to be learning in the course is about frequency and how frequency works and how energy works. The feeling that you're having of make money, I get happy, gonna get hit. Whatever frequency you're dialed into is what's gonna come at you. Like if I dial in a 93.5, everything that's on that station comes at me. If I'm on 6 AM 680, everything that's on that channel now comes to me. I guess, and What we want to do is dial into a different channel and maybe have a shift in perception here. So when your dad was called home, all of us have our time. It has nothing to do with the happiness that you had. And maybe God was giving you an opportunity to have a happy moment before he left.
Thank you.
Because there's some people who never even have that chance. But you were blessed with an opportunity, a moment that you could treasure with him.
Yes.
Right? Yes. And so as you have that moment that you can treasure, now let's go make Papa more proud.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, yes. Let's see how many people we can serve, you know what I mean, like this, and continue to lift up the family name. And I know because he's looking at you from having saying, that's my baby girl. Look at you. Go get her.
Yes, yes. Thank you so
You know,
much.
absolutely. So I want you to think about the mission you're on. The money is going to come. Focus on how many families this month can I help with what I have to offer. I'm not just talking to Draga, I'm talking to everybody who's on the call. How much value could I create? How many people can I touch through what I'm doing to help them change their lives? It's got to be more than just about money.